if it's clean. Is it bassy? Is it too much treble? Bearing in mind I'm using the iPad. I've got a little mini speaker which I've got connected up to the iPad so I can hear the audio out. But I'm using the inbuilt microphone from the iPad. So that's all I'm using, just a little microphone that's inside the iPad, Stuart. And of course, 50 watts from the 7000. And all you need to take now is the iPad and a portable speaker, and I can call up the shack. So I'm absolutely delighted, Stu. M0BCV, this is G0MTQ. I'd be interested to know how long the latency is, so I'm just going to switch off now.
Yeah, G0MTQ, this is M0BCV returning. Well, very good signal there, John, no problem at all. Your audio is absolutely superb, so I don't think you need to alter it, John. It's very, very clear. It's got quite a bit of depth to it, but it's not distorting the signal at all. It's good audio quality, so the microphone on the iPad is doing its business. And I'm busy recording this on a little AVI movie, a little B clip, and we'll be able to play it back to you. Latency is very good, John, no problem at all. There's a little beep when you finish, so that seems to be working very well, and there's no hang at all that I can pick up on the audio when you're switching over or anything like that. So all in all, it's an excellent audio quality coming from the setup there, John. G0MTQ, M0BCV.
Yeah, that's fine, Stuart. All I've done is I'm just using the DTMF tones from the keypad, which of course is built into the iPad, and of course you've got different menu sets, and of course I'm in the transmit one at the moment, and there's a command set assigned to each of the numbers on the keypad. And the one I've just pressed now, of course, is number 1 on the transmit menu, and that puts me the PTT over. And of course, if I go to 0, that puts me back to receive. And there's all sorts of other functions as well, including things like processors. So I might put the processor on next time, Stuart. But if you think it doesn't need it, well, that's absolutely superb. So I'm really delighted about that. So let's put it back to you, Stuart. M0BCV, G0MTQ.
Yeah, M0BCV returning. Okay, John, solid copy again, no problem at all. I don't think you have to alter anything on the audio side. If you haven't got the compression in, it's sounding perfectly okay at the moment. I don't know what that would do if you did put it on. I don't know whether you would create some sort of distortion or what, but it's perfectly clear at the moment, John. Absolutely Q5, no problem at all. I think you might be surprised when I play this thing back to you. I'm doing a fairly long clip, so it'll give you a good idea what the audio sounds like. Hopefully it's coming through okay on this little camera I've got here. I know the audio on the playback is not very good through the little speaker on the camera, but what I'll do, I'll transfer it onto the PC and listen to it on there, and I think it should come through fairly good. I'm right close to the speaker, so it should be picking up everything, and the microphones are normally very sensitive on these things anyway, so it'll be interesting to see what it comes out like. But all in all, John, a very good test and absolutely excellent audio. So the system that you've got set up there is doing okay, and it'll probably do you the world of good to do a live transmit later on or whenever you can, and try and work a few more stations and see what they think. But as far as I'm concerned, it's absolutely excellent, John. G0MTQ, M0BCV.
Oh, that's great, Stuart. I'm just interested to know whether when I press the little transmit key, whether you get the confirmation beep at your side as well. I think you said that when I went back to receive, you got it, but I wonder if it works both ways round, so I'd be interested in that. Oh, well, I'll leave the compressor alone for now, Stuart, because if it's working without it, then I won't upset it, because the idea is, of course, is to do, you know, get the thing sorted out, and if it's sounding all right, you know, between us, and I'm running, as I say, about 50 watts, then I'm absolutely delighted with that. I've got the tuner in, my little LDG automatic tuners in circuit with the 7000, and when I first called you, of course, I could hear it clattering around, I could hear the relays clattering over, but obviously it's settled down, it's tuned now, so everything seems fine. And I'm delighted with the output as well, Stuart. You're sounding very loud, and maybe a slight difference in frequency between us. You know, you maybe sound as if you're slightly off, but it's nothing to worry about, and I'm not going to bother tuning off. And if everything's working, well, I'm really delighted. This is the first live transmission. I tell a lie, I had one with Ken this morning, but I was using the smartphone. No, I wasn't. I was using the iPad, and he said it was distorted. And I've been back in and I've adjusted all the audio levels on the base computer, as well as the remote base controller and the remote jack controller. So I've adjusted all the volume levels, and both on microphone levels and all the rest of it, and it sounds as if it's okay from what you're saying, Stuart, so I'm really pleased about that. When you're using words like excellent audio, that's music to my ears. From G0MTQ.
Yeah, Mike 0BCV returning. Regarding the beep, John, I only get the beep when you pass the transmission back over to me. I can't hear the other one. So there's very little time, very little latency between you letting go or pressing the sequence there, and it going back into receive mode. So it's very quick indeed. So it's certainly working fine, John, no problem at all. And there doesn't seem to be any overall distortion on your signal whatsoever. So all in all, John, it's been a very good test, and I think it's going to work a treat for you. And it's probably something that I might try myself, you know, you never know. Anyways, John, if you want to go back to 6 meters, I'll try and get this little AVI file sorted out. I'm still recording at the moment, so we're going to get both QSOs recorded, your transmission and my transmission as well. So I'll pass it back, John, for a quick one, and then we'll QSY back to 6 meters. G0MTQ, Mike 0BCV.
Yeah, that's great, Stuart. Really appreciate your help with this. And it's all interesting, isn't it? It's all part of a learning curve and trying something different out. I know, you know, lots of people have been using remote ops for quite some time, and there's all sorts of different ways you can do it, as you know. But this seems to be, you know, pretty straightforward once you get the levels adjusted from the various computers. All I had to do was to set up a new profile on the shack computer, which I've called, I think, G0MTQ IC-7000 remote. And of course I just use my ordinary Skype connection on the iPad just to call that up as if I was doing an ordinary Skype contact. At the moment I've only got the audio channel sorted, but I have a little webcam somewhere, so I'll hopefully get video before long and point that at the display on the 7000, and then I'll be able to get a direct readout of the display from the 7000 right on the screen of the iPad. So I'm quite pleased with my little remote pop. But this is G0MTQ, but working remotely. But of course, the shack and the equipment is at the home address, at the home QTH. So it'll be great to try it further afield there, Stu. So thanks very much, Stu, and we'll go back to 6 meters, and I'll just carry on from where we left off. M0BCV, this is G0MTQ. Just listen for any final, and then we'll QSY, Stu.
No, that's okay, John. Well, let's QSY back to 6, and we'll continue there. This is Mike 0 Bravo Charlie Victor, finished on this frequency. Bye for now, John.
Okay, Stu, M0BCV, G0MTQ now QSY to 6 meters.